Hey, Lee here. Today we're just going to kind of take a moment, talk about the 3DS. We haven't actually done any title-specific reviews on VGPD for 3DS games because there really hasn't been anything that really warranted it. So I'm just going to kind of go through the system, what I think about it, and the games I've played. And there's quite a few of them, and just kind of give you my take on Nintendo's new handheld. So 3DS itself, I picked up day one. Had played it at E3 back when it was first shown. I grabbed the blue one, whatever. There's supposed to be an orange one coming out eventually, hopefully. It'll be pretty sweet. But the design of the thing itself, it's pretty awesome. The thumbstick, I mean, takes some getting used to, especially when you pick up Zelda and stuff. It is very different than some other things. I like it otherwise. Having the power button where the start button was on the DS Lite isn't cool. Other than that, excellent little system. Price point, again, is the main problem here. At $250, is it worth it? Well, let's take a look at the software, shall we? On day one, I purchased with it, of course, Super Street Fighter 4, which a lot of people would agree was one of the main things to pick up day one. It's all right. I mean, I prefer to play it on console. I never find myself, I have it on my iPhone as well, which is a fun little portable version of Street Fighter. This is somewhere in between that, and while it's great, and if you haven't played Super Street Fighter on the PS3, the 360, or PC, it's a fun thing to pick up. So, I mean, as far as day one purchases went, this was a definite yes. I also picked up, of course, Nintendogs, which the girlfriend had a lot of fun with. I liked it back on the original DS. It's just that I have real pets, and a lot of people do. And when you're just sitting there playing this, you're like, I should be taking care of my own pet. It's not really a game I could see playing portably, or would care to come back to and feed my animals and stuff, as horrible as that sounds. So I did pick it up, but honestly, it's kind of losing its appeal over time, as it were. I also picked up Pilotwings, which is another. I mean, it's a first-party Nintendo game. A lot of people are picking up. Pilotwings was also a launch title on the 64, so you can kind of see what they were doing there. It's fine. It showcases the 3D pretty well. Game modes and stuff, though, for a $40 game, I can't really say it was worth it. If you do want to try Pilotwings, I mean, wait for it used or something like that. For the launch titles I got these three, and then I later got Super Monkey Ball 3D just so I wanted something else to play, and I'm like, oh, this might be neat in 3D, and it's fine. It has the monkey fight mode, which is a lot like Smash Brothers, which is kind of fun, except you're all monkeys. Again, it's a portable game, so $40 brand new. I can't really justify it. So far we have Street Fighter. That's a maybe buy. Nintendogs if you're 6. Past that, picked up Dead or Alive. I've noticed that Dead or Alive titles come out at the beginning of a console's lifespan, and then we don't really hear from Dead or Alive a lot more throughout its lifespan, like the case of the 360 and stuff like that. 3DS is a good example too. I mean, Street Fighter it led the charge on the 3DS, so Dead or Alive's like, man, we better get our game out there. It's actually really good. A feature on the 3DS that's really neat is the Spot Pass, which allows you to, with certain games, download data from people you pass by. Super Street Fighter has it, Dead or Alive has it, in which you kind of download an analog of, your user data, gets saved, what character you use, how you play, what your strategies are, gets saved, and that data will get passed on to people you pass who also have Spot Pass enabled on their game, and I can play like an AI that plays somewhat like you, which is really, really neat. Something, I mean, Marvel vs. Capcom 3 has it, you can download the Shadow Battles, same idea. So that's really neat. I liked it. BlazBlue, Continuum Shift for the 3DS is excellent. If you like BlazBlue, like you're in love with it, you love it on the consoles, this actually is the first title I would say go out and buy a system for. It is pretty close to a direct port from the console one. The fighting works really, really well on the 3DS. What I got in here right now? It's Zelda. Okay, I do carry it in my little pack here. It's definitely a mainstay. Excellent game. Has all the different modes, tons of hours of gameplay. If you like Guilty Gear-esque fighters, definitely check it out. I definitely recommend BlazBlue. Past that, Resident Evil: The Mercenaries, which is the most recent release that I'm showing you here. It's good. Mercenaries works really well in a portable setting. I know Capcom came under some heat for the whole save reset thing, but when you consider it's not a story-driven game, and that if I were to pick up your copy or to pick up a used copy, and I'm not really, I might not be able to start from ground one with unlocking everything, but story-wise I'm not left behind or anything like that. I don't see the big deal of you not being able to reset it. Past that, the co-op play is really, really neat locally. You can also play online, of course. The controls work really well. It comes with a little demo of Revelations, which is not the same demo that was shown at E3, which is much longer and better than this demo. Just let me have you know. So there does exist a better demo already. That game's going to be Revelation's going to be amazing. So if you're a reasonable fan or you want an action game that you can quickly get into, I mean, some of the matches in this will last. You can jump to a Mercenaries game. It'll last 4 minutes. You're at your destination, what have you. Really super awesome game for the 3DS. Not a system buyer, as it were, but very good. Definitely check it out. There's one more game, of course, I do own, which would be Zelda, but that gets a separate review, and that's coming up next on VGPD. Speaking of system buyers. Anyways, so the system itself, a lot of the features, the browser I have never found myself using. Netflix was just enabled on the 3DS, so if you're at home with your Wi-Fi on your toilet and you don't have a smartphone, you can watch... you can watch Netflix on this. The backwards compatibility with DS games is really, really nice. The 3DS shop is really cool. They just gotta start pumping stuff out into it. Don't make us wait. Like, don't just do one title. Don't just do Kirby. Don't just do Zelda Link's Awakening. Like, get things out there. Also, the cards right now, the eShop cards of the 3DS are very, very difficult to find. In Canada, I don't even know if they've arrived yet. So that kind of sucks if you don't have a credit card. The cameras and stuff like that, there's games built into the system, of course. You get a game called Face Raiders, which is a lot of fun, which is usually what I showcase the system with when I show some of the 3DS for the first time. It also, of course, comes with these AR cards. Which you have a 3DS, you've already had a blast with these. There's some mini games you can play. You can take a picture of these, like put them down on the table, and all of a sudden Kirby's popped out of the table. Hey, awesome! And these are really neat. So, they could start doing boosters of that like they did with the e-reader before. I could see Nintendo doing something like that. For built-in software, pretty cool. Some free stuff on the eShop, which is definitely worth downloading. So, at $250, is it worth it? The system shows a lot of potential now. Now there's a couple games to play on it. Also, by the end of the year, we'll probably have Mario Kart and Mario and Star Fox and things like that. So, I mean, if you want to pre-buy one now, Nintendo's really diluted the market by releasing it early and then releasing the games that everybody wants later. And they've always been good at that. The Wii has been like that since its introduction. So, I did take this with me to E3 when me and Mike went this year, and I've completed everything that Street Pass has to offer. I beat the dungeons. I have all the puzzle swap stuff, and aside from just getting coins, I have nothing left to do with that. I have no reason to carry this on and leave it on aside from Spot Pass, which I could care less about at this point. So I want to see them expand that service. Let's make, even if it's like little mini games, pretty much like we're already available. Like say the puzzle swap or the dungeon stuff. Let's throw something else in there. Let's get something going. Like just kind of pack it full of features like that. It is an expensive piece of hardware. So that's the 3DS. Do I recommend it? It's really, really cool. Certain games, Zelda especially, which I'll get to, look amazing on it, and I wouldn't think I'd want to play Ocarina of Time for 100th time. But I would be wrong. So the Nintendo 3DS. Let's hope for when the PS Vita comes out, there's a little bit of a price drop there. But that's all I have to say about it.